Well, you almost had me fooled. Had me thinking that I was nothing without you.
You know that we even want to start, and I talked to Cynthia about this yesterday, our own currency within the cooperative. That cooperative members, it's a currency, a cryptocurrency, that only we can earn and exchange with each other. You know what I mean? And I think it would be great to like have our own economy, which saves the physical dollars to use in the other
and
paradigm.
main circulation.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'd be a great thing to do, and a great incentive, you know, because also another incentive, they get shares, they get to vote, they have an active participation, and they'll have transparency, so they can see exactly where everything is going and what's happening with everything. And I think that's something huge. You know how there's these companies where the workers, you told me about that the workers own a
That
piece
just
of it.
came to my mind. So there used to be a movement long ago in the United States, very long ago. What would that be, like 100 years ago now? Called the Wobblies. And the Wobblies were factory workers. But during the days of the Wobblies, it was common for the factory workers to own the factory. And I think that these days you're like, you could never own a factory because the crevasse between socioeconomic statuses has become so stark.
Yeah.
But I think that should be the norm.
Of course it should.
The factory worker should own the factory.
Well, the thing is that nothing happens without the factory workers. Nothing happens without the people on the ground. And making the materials, assembling the materials, shipping the materials, selling the materials. The person on top is just someone that manages, but really when you get to the top, you have people that manage it for you.
Yes.
So you're just like the face of it.
Yes.
But you make the most money, so it's that disparity, that
disparity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that's a huge issue that the world faces right now, because I know that myself as a worker bee person, as a working class person, I know that I lose interest in the well-being of something when I don't have an amount of creative control in it.
Yeah.
And
or anything invested in.
I do believe that the psychology of people is such that they're going to take better care of each other, better care of their country, better care of their companies. They're going to take better care in general when they feel that they have an amount of creative control in their experience.
Yep.
So taking those reins, gathering them up, creating the industry, and handing them off.
Yeah. Which is a huge thing, because one of the things we're doing is training them in management skills, leadership skills, bookkeeping, all of that stuff. So that we're guiding them, and then we teach them, and they can do it by themselves. And then it's doing the same thing. It's teaching them how to fish instead of just giving them fish and being like, well, good luck getting the nice fish. You know what I mean? And I feel when you do that, all of a sudden, it's you giving people purpose. And you make them feel like the time and the energy they put into something, they see the tangible results of.
Yes.
Which doesn't happen in this kind of system.
Tangible, because when you exchange your labor for paper, it just does something to your psychology. Whereas if you exchange your labor for actual results you can see and measure, you can eat, you can live in, you can bring home. When you actually leverage your labor with tangible results, it does something to you. Now,
because you're fulfilled.
And now you want to sign up for work. Now you're going to sign up because you want your pantry full, and you want your house to be big and sturdy, and you want to see the results of your labor.
Exactly.
And that's definitely
but it doesn't make it feel like work. Because all of a sudden you enjoy being part of it. You feel like you're part of something instead of doing something for necessity, because that's what you've been told, and that's the paradigm which exists around you at that moment.
Maybe we could find an economist, because this is a conversation I'm hearing a lot lately, where I think the world has realized, we've already realized communism doesn't work. Now we're realizing capitalism doesn't work. But it's not 100% that capitalism doesn't work. It just needs...
And it's not 100% that socialism doesn't work either.
Yeah.
There needs to be a balance of everything.
Yeah.
Because there's things that are good from the right, and there's things that are good from the left, and we can merge them together.
We need to.
It's more fair and equal. Because I believe in free market. I love free market.
Yeah.
You know. But
well, if you benefit from it, you do.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Have a good
You know what I
day.
mean?
Thank you.
It's I like free market. Why? Because I like having the possibility of saying I have this idea, I want to put it to work, and then being able to put it out there and everything. But free market where I also don't have all this red tape and all this bureaucracy getting in the way, where it's
Yeah.
like free market, but only for the people who can really afford it.
Yes.
That's
We
that's
want-
that's the predatory capitalism we're talking about.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's really hard to figure out, and I don't think that there's benefit in figuring out problems.
Yeah.
It serves time and is much more effective to become solution-oriented people.
Yeah.
Because
And that's what we're doing.
the premises that we started with in the United States were flawed in the first place.
Yep.
Um,
I agree. I
so
agree.
we
I think it's really like a weird pipe dream to think that these people who were slave owners and and you know had all this money and were like rich merchants and farmers and shit like that, like really built something thinking about all of us. Like when they said all men are created equal, they weren't talking about all men of all colors, all men of all classes,
Sure.
and they weren't talking about women either.
Right.
So to think that it's a little bit of I think it's detached from reality.
And even more than that, if you go back to just consciousness itself, where are you starting from in your consciousness? If you're starting from a place of lack consciousness, if you feel like there aren't enough hours in the day, if you feel like there are too many people on the planet, if you feel like there's not enough for everyone, from there, you're not going to create anything of benefit moving forward.
No.
So let's pull back consciousness first. Let's become aware of the fact that there's plenty for everyone, and no one person should be controlling all of the resources.
Yep.
Because you can't control all the resources anyways.
Yeah. Not only that, but
It's all here
you
for all
can't
of us.
control something that has been here before you and will be here after you.
Yes, exactly.
To think that you can own that is arrogant and it's being delusional because
So-
it's for all of us. It's like all of a sudden if these people, if they could, they would charge animals for freaking drinking water and breathing air and
Yeah.
walking. Oh, you're gonna cross through here, dear? Well, like toll. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
they could, they would.
Yeah, so peeling back our consciousness, because that's where it starts. Everything starts with a thought, a feeling, an idea, and then it becomes
Action.
actual things.
Action and then has a result.
So
Yeah.
if we start with the idea that we're good feeling and we're friends and we have respect and there's plenty for everyone and solutions are there and the earth just keeps giving and the earth keeps healing and it's going to be all right and there's something bigger than us. If we just could start there and then allow the ideas to flow,
Yeah.
then I think we're starting at a better premise than we
And
were.
not only that, but you know, one of the beautiful things about what we're doing is because we didn't just want to go over there and build a sustainable community and then have retreats and then just make money off of that and that's it. I mean, yes, there's something valuable to that you're providing a space for people to heal and everything, but I feel like whenever you do something and you find a way of making an impact around you, then it's something that you're actually contributing to the world. And also it takes away the problem with the lack mentality is that it becomes crabs in a bucket. And you think that the only way you're gonna get ahead is dragging other people down.
Right.
And that's a big mistake that we make because, for example, if I'm the owner of a big factory, if I am giving good working conditions, reasonable hours, incentives, benefits, and giving a living wage where they feel like they get to go home and not only have their basic necessities met, but they have something extra to save, to invest, and show them the power of investing, and giving them shares in the company so that they feel like, well, I'm doing this, and the more that we produce and the more we make
Yes.
money. That makes me wealthier.
Yes.
And it's making me wealthier spiritually.
But after everything you've done, I can thank you for how strong I have become.